for the past 8-9 years, working as a developer on the Salesforce side. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Salesforce. So in the Salesforce ecosystem, and I jumped into crypto in 2017. I had heard about it before, but just like I'm sure a lot of us, we kind of neglected it initially, and then of course regretted it later. But 2017, and then from there, I've seen the spike. I've seen coins start with nothing, get to billions of dollars. I've seen coins go from billions of dollars back to zero, and familiar with those cycles. But still, you learn lessons along the way, and one of the lessons I had learned over a few months ago, and this is kind of the genesis of how this project came about, was I was really deep into degen, DeFi, shitcoin trading, a few months ago before I kind of jumped out for a little bit. It was at that time where I had taken part. I had bought, just like this in the very early stages, a token called Shiba Inu, and as well as Akita Inu. I had both, and at that time it made a pump right at the beginning, and then it dumped right after, and there was a very long kind of a lull for a while. And I had waited maybe a couple of days, and finally I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna take my money somewhere else, because I wasn't really seeing much activity, what was going on. I was like, okay, this is I'm gonna move to something else. Fast forward to
Mom said, I just have to say, it's so fucking hilarious in cryptocurrency that you don't see 1,000x in one day and you're like, you know what, I'm taking my money somewhere else.
Exactly, right? You take your bags and you say, okay, I'll cut my losses. At that point, I sold 65 billion Shiba Inu tokens for about $600. And, I realized that a few days ago when I was going through Crypto Panic and seeing news about Shiba Inu making it on Binance, I'm like, why does that sound so fucking familiar? So I go on fucking CoinGecko, and lo and behold, I was just shocked. I go back to my transactions and I see the value of the coins that I had traded at that time. It was close to $2 million in Shiba Inu, probably a similar amount in Akita Inu. And I was looking at both of them saying, Akita Inu, the website, still to this day, is literally just a purple screen with Elon Musk and a Doge and a bunch of words slapped together. And I don't see any other, kind of link to anything else. It's just purely community based. Shiba Inu has done a little bit more development since then, and has kind of progressed. So you can see why they're having that success. So I was thinking, we had done projects before. We had done kind of a lottery Dex we were working on in Black Box, and that was more of a pre-sale that happened. And obviously, it is a project where there's active work going on because there's funds for the actual business. But we thought, let's create something. Me and my boy Dylan, who I think is on the call. Who's down in Guadeloupe. We decided, let's make this token. Let's get on, and he will tell you, when I heard Doge, I can't, because it's a joke token, it's a meme token. I see no functionality. I'm looking for actual use cases, right? So I was vehemently against it, but I said, you know what? Let me jump in. If I'm going to jump in, I'm going to do myself, right? And I'm going to try and build a project that has use case. And brings in the meme culture and that hype around the meme tokens, but give it functionality, give it use case, and try and grow a community out of that, right? And it's without doing any pre-sale, I was let's do a community-based token, put my own BNB in, for that initial liquidity, and then it just kind of took off from there. And that first day yesterday obviously was what it was, and now we're here on the second day, and we're really, I'm really excited. I don't know about you, I can see it in Ben, I can see it in Garrett, the excitement that we've gone through for the project.
Mom said,
sorry, is someone asking a question? Okay.
I think they were.
sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I'll continue. So,
No, you're all good.
you know,
Hey,
the
we'll have
excitement.
a Q&A at the end. Just everybody mute your mics for right now. We'll get everyone up to speed and then we'll go into it.
Yeah, so you know, now that Super Shiba is kind of launched, and you know, we're looking to continue to grow the community, right? And run you know, marketing campaigns, do lots of guerrilla marketing. We can get into you know, what we're doing on the marketing side. On the development side, you know, we're talking about you know, and it's not just, you know, talking about it. This is something that, you know, we're actually, you know, going ahead and pursuing right off the bat, is the NFT marketplace for, you know, for memes that we can generate from you know, on our platform. You know, and we're talking about you know, something super fucking exciting, which is you know, our own Dex that you know, that is made for us degens, right? That are constantly going out looking for some sort of a surety in the projects that we put our money in, that, hey, this is going to make me my 10x, my 100x, 1000x, before they've already gotten there, right? Before they've already, you know, made it to KuCoin or Binance. And at that point, you know what, you'll be lucky if you make 2x from there, you know, 4x for a longer period of time. So what we're looking to do is give a Dex, you know, access to a Dex for those initial stage projects, like ourselves, that just, you know, said, hey, let's go and make a community and grow from 0 to, you know, that first 10, 100, 200, 500x, 1000x, and do it on our exchange, and for the users of our Dex to have the confidence and the assurity that whatever they're putting their money into in this Dex is going to get them there, because the team has been vetted, the project has been vetted, you know, the members of the team have been doxed. All the checks and balances that you and I would normally do when looking into a project off of token sniffer in the first place, we've done that already, and those are the requirements in order to add liquidity to that Dex. So that's kind of something we can talk about as well, and get a little bit more details. And we can talk about timelines of you know, what, you know, how and when we want to accomplish this and what it's going to take, and then we can talk about also you know, something that we should is what are collective talents, right? Like, it is a community, and there's definitely a you know, a growing team behind it, and we definitely want to get more people involved, and you know, just really motivate everyone in the community to not just sit as, you know, kind of stand on the sidelines and watch and hope that your tokens will grow. You know, we want to get involved. And you know, that collective involvement is going to motivate everybody else to do it, and sooner or later we have an army that we can kind of leverage to build out as whatever we want, because we'll have the manpower, we'll have the marketing, we'll have the talent within our community to accomplish all of that. You know, whether that means marketing teams, whether that is developer groups, developer communities, right? It's going to take all of that to come together and really push it up to the level that we want. So yeah, I guess you know, I'll give it off to Gareth to kind of go a little bit more into you know, what he's been doing. And
just before you pass to Gareth, I'm not trying to steal all the oxygen, I promise, guys, but I just want to remind everyone, like, what just happened and what was just said. We're creating an NFT marketplace for the meme world, where you can create a meme on this app that we designed, this platform we designed, and you will be able to turn it into an NFT and exchange it. No one's doing that. Basically, cryptocurrency right now is trading off the value of a meme, but the people who are benefiting from that are the investors. But you would be able to create your own, it's putting the power to the people, your own meme, and make money off of it. That's fucking amazing. No one's been doing that. But also, this Dex is a really, really serious thing, because by the time it gets to Binance, by the time it gets to all these other DEXs that you can trade at, there's no way with $100 you're going to 10x. There's just no way it's going to happen. You're going to have to sit on that money and sit on it for a month, maybe, if it absolutely blows up, and maybe you'll make 100x, right? But what we're talking about is creating a project, a DEX, where the little guy can come in at $100 when, say, Super Shiba was only 4 hours old, and we're an actual legit project. There's nothing really aside from saying we're doxxed, we have a website, there's nothing to really prove that we're not a scam. And scams are costing a lot of you guys and gals a lot of money. I've been scammed several times this week. I've lost a lot of money. And I'm sick and tired of it because I know the only way to build my war chest and make a lot of money when you're first starting out is I have to get in at the bottom floor of all these new coins. So we're going to create a way where that you can list on this DEX. You don't have to have X market cap. You just have to be identification, proof of address, you know, things like that, security measures. And so that's a big deal, guys. That's going to shake up the crypto industry for the new guys. Gareth, to you.
Yeah, so look, I guess I'll talk a bit about marketing. Everyone's asking marketing, when's marketing coming out? A lot of marketing is happening. A lot of stuff's going to happen over the next few days. Some of the easy bits we're tackling first, you know, some where we can see some easy wins. So advertising on Dex listing places and just the advertising at the moment. Looking at advertising on PooCoin any day now. I'm just waiting for the designs from the designer to come through for the animated banner ads for PooCoin. That should happen within the next few hours. You know, this is imminent. The other thing we're putting together is the UI design for NFT marketplace, and so people can really sort of visually grab what that concept is, and then we need to make sure that gets up on the website. So we're talking about, I think, being really clear about the NFT and DEX on the website, getting more information and more details for everybody up on that website, and start sharing details as they come out on those. Other big area is influencers. So I spent 5, 6, 7 hours being bombarded by influencers yesterday. We're working with influencers and investment groups to see what they can offer. We had 2 investment groups go in yesterday. That's when you saw the large spikes happen. And they're not pump and dump groups, they're buying and holding. And you can see that. You can see that on the charts. That when we've had a pump, it's not dumped anywhere near as much as the pump. Influencers, we can't talk specifically about who they are at the moment because, you know, we need to respect their privacy and their choices at the moment. But I can say is that we're talking with 3 key influencers at the moment where combined they have over 1 million influencers. So something will happen in that space over the next few days. And as and when, you know, I've confirmed with those influencers, then I think that's when we can share their names out. But that's going to be massive. I mean, if you look at where we are today, where there's been minimal marketing, just being grown by the community. We had a great TikTok that came out yesterday. While I was sleeping, I wasn't sure what happened with that actually, but that was awesome. Mum said, was that something you organized?
No, I think it was someone else on the team. I forget his name, but he was cool enough to organize that. I think it was actually just a few hours ago. I don't know if it was last night for you guys. Yeah,
we need to get onto that. We need to get onto TikTok, vote the TikTok up, get the Reddit. I mean, we've actually got a lot of collateral in the social groups that we need to pump, and the team needs to go on there. The community needs to go on there, upvote all the Reddit articles, and you know, we're posting them. We've pinned them to the chat about where our Reddits are. There's a lot of stuff out there that the community can help with. So I think, you know, at the moment, Mum said we're getting information up on the website, and we're pushing the advertising out through PooCoin and the influencers. In the next week, this whole thing is going to change shape. You know, I think in the next week, this is going to look really, really clean. People are going to be able to go to the website, see all the details around the NFT, see all the details around the DEX. Do you want to share some plans around timelines for what we're thinking around in terms of beta testing and prototyping for NFT and Dex?
Yes, absolutely. So in terms of the two kind of projects that we want to complete, the timeline is largely going to be due to it's going to be dependent on the manpower that we have, right? And initially, the prototyping part of it is really the easiest to knock off. And when we talk about prototype, meaning the functionality, right? Building a front end and the smart contracts to go along with it, right? What we're going to do is we're going to be using Moralis to do the development on the back end. It just makes things a lot easier. I don't know if you guys know Moralis. It's the platform made by Ivan on Tech and those guys. And it just makes it really, really easy to set up a Dex, set up a marketplace, just within a very short period of time. Of course, the functionality part is something that we're going to have to add in ourselves. So what we're talking about in terms of a marketplace, an NFT marketplace, let's say something of a fork of Rarible of that nature, the functionality of it at least, 2 to 3 week, to kind of, time frame to push out something that we can actually have an app running and have people testing and beta testing, whether that be on the test net or be a kind of fully functional one. We just need to fix, continue on the UI kind of front. The UI is something obviously will take a much longer time and an effort in design to do, and of course, in order to polish that kind of a project for a release, we're talking kind of 2 to 3 month a time frame as a final finished product. And same with the Dex, right? It's another 2-3 week time frame to get a prototype out, and again, with Moralis, it could even be sooner. Of course, it depends on the time and effort that I can put in, right, as a developer. And a similar time frame in terms of final rollout, making it polished, getting the UI perfect, and have it ready to kind of really push out there is a 2-3 month kind of window as well for both. Probably actually I would say a little bit longer for the marketplace, just because there is a lot more UI and design that is.
You want to make it easy, sexy. We'll run into kinks. We want to be realistic, right? We don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah, exactly. And I think at in terms of a prototype, like we're hoping to have within the next at least I'm hoping to have within the next 2-3 weeks, a prototype that we can go and run a marketplace, like a marketplace wearable, a prototype of that kind of nature, right? And that's something that is going to be really exciting, and be able to kind of leverage that to really continue to build the community and do more marketing, right? Continue to do that. That marketing machine is going to have to kind of keep going. And one thing that I know is that it's going to be dependent on the community. At least on the development side, I'm going to try to leverage as much of the community as I can to get that Solidity development help, to get that front end UI help, right? Because if I do it all by myself, I can do it, but it's gonna take longer, right? You know what I mean? And it's not at the end of the day, I'm in it. This is just the same as you guys are, right? So at the end, I think that I can definitely run that ship and give that direction, but I'm going to try to leverage the community as much as possible.
I think the thing for us, Mum said, though, is like we're saying, like we're here, we're making this happen. Like you can be safe with us because we're evidencing that we're building this, right?
Yeah.
This is what the prototype and say we're building the prototype. We want to share it with you. This is real. Here it is straight away. So within 2 to 3 weeks, people are going to be able to see that this is happening. They'll be able to have something tangible saying, okay, this is a real project. They're actually building on this. And as we grow, we're going to be able to get more help. People are reaching out to us, wanting to help on this every day. I say every day, we've only been going 1 day, right? But people are reaching out already saying, how can I help? How can I help? So we're going to get the devs that you need to push that further, because you said, you know, it's 2-3 months project, but being able to evidence that we've not only talking about real utility, but we're actually building the platforms for this utility now, and here it is in 2 weeks' time, that's massive. So
Yeah.
anyone who's holding now, fucking hold until we get the NFT and the Dex prototypes up on the site, because at that point, all the nervous people are going to be, okay, now I can see evidence that this is going to go through the moon, because this is fucking happening.
Yeah, I think
Everyone
that's very
fucking
important.
hold.
You know, if as soon as a project starts to show that evidence of activity and doing, you know, delivering on their promises and what they seek out to build, you know, that's when you see those 5x, 10x pumps within, you know, just within moments, right? Because and that's really, you know, what we're trying to go for is to do what we're you know, planning to do, what we're sought out to do, and accomplish it, and let our, you know, let our work kind of show you know, what the hype is about, you know, and I definitely want to you know, to make that happen.
I'm gonna move us to Q&As in a second, but I just want to remind everyone, like, hey, we're pretty authentic here, and we are all crypto traders as well. So I'm looking at the chart right now, and you know, we had a dump this morning. It's starting to pump back up again. Hey, if you're in the live right now and you're wondering, after hearing all this stuff, you can see we're a legit project. My encouragement to you is, I understand, I trade crypto. Find a good entry point, if you know what I mean. Find a good entry point, but fucking hold, bro. Like, hold, because we're actually doing something. And to go back to my original story, Gareth and I are friends, and we traded for 20 hours over 2 days and could not find one coin that had a legitimate, we were in the Satoshi group, everything they recommended. Hey, let's check this coin out. Nope, no website. Oh, the wallet is unlocked. Wallet is unlocked. Wallet is unlocked. So this is a legit project. We're going places. And yes, we're pumping and we're having people that are dumping. But if you look at where we started literally 30 hours ago and where we are now, we're up. We're up. So find a good entry point, but hold. All right, Q&As. If you've got a Q&A, or if you've got any questions, we'd love to answer it. Self, Gareth, Mom said, unmute yourself. Try and not go crazy with everyone unmuting all at one time, but just unmute yourself, ask the question, and then mute again, and we'll answer it.
This is going to be an easy Q&A.
It's been a very easy Q&A. I think people are like, okay, we get it.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Well, it's great if nobody has questions. I guess they know.
Yeah, it's been concise, to be honest. I think most things have been covered, at least from a spectator's perspective. So well done, guys, to be honest. Yeah, hopefully the next AMA will have a few more members and you will get a few questions pinged back and forth. But I think for now, you know, you've explained your position, where you're going, what your designs are going to be. I'd also like to add that, at least from our side, we are looking into Asian markets, their influences and their marketing as well, just because, especially the Japanese, because
Super Shiba.
so the more we push that, the more we'll get bigger results. And if the team is working like this and everyone contributes, like you said, with the marketing, we will only go one way. Like Ben said, find your entry point, hold, and we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll have the products there. Everything will be in place. It won't just be another meme coin. It'll be a meme coin with utility and purpose. Like you said as well, this is 90% better than 99% of the market. So everyone here, you're very early. Buy some dips, get yourself some more bag in the later, you know, few weeks. But well delivered so far, guys. So I'm quite happy with that. Well done.
Cool.
Cheers,
Thanks for the feedback. And I'm excited to be on this project. It's been fun. It's been so fucking fun to watch it from like literally hour 5 or 6. And it's like, it's almost like you're betting on a pony and you're like, go 7, we've got this. And then it dumps and you're like, go baby, go. And I just have to hand it to all of you that maybe you only put $100 in. Maybe you're just starting out to this. Dude, you guys are our bedrock. I have to brag on you because you create resistance when whales pump. They buy in at a certain place, they sell at a higher place, they keep manipulating the coin, right? And they are a necessary evil because they are eventually going to catch on and go, oh, they're whales for a reason. They invested and they held in some things. So it's a necessary evil. Let's not just get mean with them every time they dump. Just if we hold, what happens is when they dump and nobody else dumps, it makes it hard for them to make money off those transactions. But when they dump and it scares everybody, and then we've just created 10 or 20% more trading volume wiggle room because we all got paper hands and we're like, oh no, I'm going to lose all my money. It's a real project. It's going to go somewhere. It will go up and to the right. It's just, we're going to go through some things. But when you sell off, you create room for the whale to then re-enter much lower than he would have been able to after his initial pump and dump. So you guys that are buying at $100, don't undervalue yourselves. And understand you're very early. You are creating the bedrock of how we restrict what whales are able to do. So anyway, that's the last thing I have to say. I'm gonna publish this recording. Someone tell me where to put it, and I'll put the link in there. And we'll do another AMA soon. We've got PooCoin ads going up. Gareth's talking to influencers. You know, you've heard from Mom said that like 2 weeks. This guy is a stinking genius, man. Like he's an actual dev. He's not a dude that just wants to make a coin for laughs and giggles. Like he's gonna get this thing done. And he's already got another partner. And I might just add to brag on us a little bit because somebody's got to. We have a dev team and a mod team that's working 24/7 right now on this. He's in Canada and Gareth and I are in New Zealand. And so he was up till 1:30 in the morning his time. We took the mantle until 2:30 in the morning our time, me and Gareth did, and then they were up and at it. So we've got a good flow and a good team that just keeps moving this thing forward. So literally, we're working on it 24/7. But lastly, you're all on the fucking team. You're all on the fucking team. You bought in at a certain place, give your time, give your talent, contact your friend, tell your mama, tell your dog, you're all on the team. It takes all of us to build this thing. So anyway, last remarks, Mom, Sid, or Gareth?
Well, I'll just, say, yeah, exactly, what Ben mentioned. And, what I will add is, from my, experience, too many times, have I, gone out of a coin at the wrong time, missed out on an opportunity because of my own damn stupidity, my own damn fault, because I wasn't able to believe in, or get enough belief in the project or the team that I kind of invested in. And that's happened over and over and over again. And you think, okay, you're going to learn a lesson. But, until you're in it, it's a completely different beast because there's so many scams too. But, what I vowed to myself when I started this and started the projects is, at the end of the day, I know I have belief in myself and the stuff that I can produce, on the dev side and I have been doing over and over again. So why not, do it myself and ensure if I'm going to make 100x, 1000x, millionx, that, now I have, we have a token that we can I can sink my all into, and we can, as a community, sink our all into and treat it as a baby and watch it grow from, from stem to tree, from beginning to end, and ride it into the entire way. And it's just going to take an effort, because I know the only way I can make sure that I don't get scammed really at the end of the day is to make sure it's not a project that I'm in, and we can control what we're doing. It's our project, it's our token. We're going to take it to the moon. We don't have to rely on some other team that might be unknown sitting across, in a basement in whatever country, sipping on their Diet Coke and their pizza, and tapping away. And the moment they get their funds, that's it. Everything's closed. No, that's not what's going to happen this time. I vow it, at least for me, and I hope you guys believe it too.
Awesome, Gareth. Any last things to say? You've got 3 minutes to the timer, my friend.
You guys said it perfectly. You're awesome. The team's awesome. We need to get onto this now. I'm well, we're already on it. Let's get back onto the chat. Let's talk marketing. Let's get these influencers on board. Let's pump this.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Battle cry today, baby. Don't miss out. We're going to the moon, but the ride ain't free. All right. Diamond hands for diamond plans. Let's go, baby. I'm being corny, so I'm going to end this. But we'll set up another AMA soon.
Yeah, very soon. Talk to you guys later.